Okay? Good evening. Welcome everyone to the celebration of Vicky and Jordan's wedding. Jordan hasn't chosen the best man, instead he's asked me to say a few words, but he was very insistent on the fact that he didn't want you to all think he's got no friends. So, just bear with us. To be honest, he's given me instructions just to propose a toast and it's to introduce him, but I simply couldn't let this opportunity pass. So, after already having one, some might say pretty perfect son, Mum and Dad wanted a little girl. And so as you can imagine, when Jordan came along, obviously they weren't too disappointed. Now, I promised my parents I won't talk for too long. Neither would I tell any stories about how Jordan had a pink rattly dummy until the age of 6. Or how he was meant to redo a year at Beach Hall School. He insisted he stayed because he was so good at sport that they wanted to keep him there for an extra year. But none of his friends believed him. Or how he was banned from driving after the first year of passing his test. You get the picture. My little brother's embarrassed us on numerous occasions. But the best example of this happened in front of about 70,000 people. Most of you will know that Jordan loves his sport, golf and football in particular. But he regularly tells his friends, you know, he could have been a professional footballer if only he'd been given the opportunity. What you don't know is that Jordan was in fact given that opportunity. Mum and Dad enrolled Jordan at the Bobby Charlton Soccer School one Easter for a couple of weeks course. They scored the kids for the fortnight. Jordan actually, you know, ended up finishing first. And the prize for that was for him to go and meet Sir Bobby Charlton, and also to go on the pitch at Old Trafford at half time to compete in a Keep You Up competition. So I should probably set the scene a little bit. Mum and Dad obviously were extremely proud. They were telling everyone around us that their son was coming onto the pitch at half time. You know, one day he's going to be a famous footballer. You know, he's pretty special. Not that special. No, not that special. So we got to half time. Mum and Dad managed to stop as many people as they could from going for a pie and a pint, you know, at half time. And about 50 lads ran onto the pitch, supposedly some of the best footballers in England. George flicked the ball at once and immediately lost control. He managed one keep up, and he was immediately eliminated from the competition. You know, they say your parents love you no matter what, but Mum and Dad was asked which one their son was, and they pointed one of the other kids out. So, I should probably hand you over to Jordan, because I know he's itching to go. You're in for a bit of a treat, because at football this week he told me he's got a really unbelievable speech planned. So, no pressure. But despite everything, you know, George's been a great little brother to me. I'm extremely proud of him. Everything together. And I know Mum and Dad are too. I sincerely wish him and Vicky all the happiness in the world. So if you'd please join me and raise your glasses, and join me in a toast to Vicky and Jordan.
Well done, that man.
So Johnny, thank you very much for those kind words. So finally, after 12 years, I can proudly say Vic is my wife. And now, well and truly, in the Leigh family circle trust. What do you think, Dad? Yeah, just about. So it gives me great pleasure on behalf of my wife and I to thank each and every one of you for being here this evening. And whilst we decided to do things a little differently, and run off to New York without you all. We're just glad to know you're an understanding bunch and have thankfully turned up here to help us carry out the celebrations tonight. A big thank you to our parents. We truly can't thank you enough for your continuous love and support over the years, and for making today a New York a reality. To have you and Sarah Jane with us on the big day was the icing on the cake for me. A special thank you also goes out to Vic's Auntie Sally, who is responsible for making our masterpiece of a wedding cake. It's absolutely unbelievable, as you can all see.
Well done.
And to Barbara and Lizzie also today, working hard, beating away here. I'm Sarah Jane, sorry. Yeah. And everyone else. For all your help and hard work with the table decorations and flowers. I think you all agree they've done a fantastic job. And yeah, they've just been brilliant. So I'd like to present them with some flowers. That's all. Yeah, Auntie Sally. Auntie Sally, where are you? Hello? Hello? Yeah, would you like to come up? And Barbara as well.
Thanks so much.
And you, Poppet.
Should we get much?
Hey, well done.
Good skills, good skills. Also, we would like to present my mum with flowers for being such a positive and inspirational woman. Despite everything that's been thrown at her these past few months, she's still smiling. So, we wonderful. I'd personally like to thank my big brother, Johnny, well, I'm not sure anymore, for sorting out my last minute stag do plans, which I appreciate was never going to be easy, and I'm sure he was relieved when his sidekick and good friend of mine, Leigh Trailer, took over the reins later on in the evening by taking us to one of Manchester's finest establishments. I'm afraid we haven't got any flowers for you boys, but I'll get you a beer at the bar later or something. You like them? Yeah, better. Also, thanks to Fraser, Banjo, and his hard-working team for making tonight run so smoothly and for putting on such a good spread for us all. So thanks, Pooh. Now, this brings me on to, I quote, using Vic's words, wifey for lifey. As she came back from a wild hen do in Old Liège, wearing her wifey cap. Lovely, lovely. Which I'm led to believe was a really well organised do by Sarah Jane, Barbara and all the girls, and I know she loved every minute of it, so thanks for organising that one. Well, what can I say about my beautiful wife? Apart from the obvious, that she looks absolutely stunning. And that I'm such a lucky man to have married my soulmate and best friend for the past 12 years. One of Vic's many qualities is that she is a meticulous planner when it comes to organising any event, and in particular our wedding and honeymoon in the States, where she left nothing to chance. You should have seen the size of the file for all the admin that she had in there. But it was for those plans and endless hours spent researching that made everything run so smoothly and made for the perfect trip. And if I'm honest, if it was left up to me, we'd still be planning it right now. Vic and I first laid eyes on one another many years ago at Stockport College when we were both enrolled in an art and design course. It wasn't quite love at first sight, but I could tell she liked what she saw. And to be fair, I certainly did as well. Then, some years later, our paths crossed again on a night out at Sankey's nightclub in Manchester, where she literally grabbed me off the dance floor. But hey, who was I to complain? Because it's not every day an attractive 6-foot, leggy blonde makes a beeline for you. That night, I can remember thinking to myself that I struck gold because not only did she look amazing, she couldn't half pull some shapes on the dance floor. But seriously though, Vic and I have already been lucky enough to share some wonderful experiences together. From our time spent travelling to buying our first house, we've been truly blessed. So now I'm looking forward to our future together and to many more of life's journeys. Now all that's left for me to say is please join me in a toast to my beautiful wife, Vic Leigh.
You alright?